Okay, we want to create a curtain in Houdini and then send it back to Maya for rendering. So what we do, we just press tab and add geo. It's an empty geometry. We can create a grid in it. Tab and grid, and that grid could be 30 by 30, and we can select rows on it. Actually, we can say soft pick, and then here in the soft pick group we can start. Actually, what I do, spacebar 2, and I select just like few of this. I just want to to create the. I don't want to simulate the curtains folding because that takes time. So I just want to create it already folded. I think I missed one here. Oh, this one is too close. My bad. Spacebar 1, and then enter, and then move them up, down, or up. I don't know, up, down, up, up for now, and then transform. So then rotate it 90 degree. That looks like a curtain. Maybe they're going up a bit, so we can have a ground, because usually this is going to be the ground. So what I do, I create a cloth, vellum cloth, configure vellum cloth. So that's the cloth created, and if you add a vellum solver already, if you just search for solver and grab vellum solver and come close here until it just connects, and you just tell the solver that you have a ground position and run the solver, you should already start seeing the cloth behavior, right? I think the class behavior could be much better. So that's why I don't know if I increase the grid here, the soft pick will go nuts. I'll show you. The reason is that we selected a bunch of points, but let's do it the other way. So I'm gonna add subdivide after it, so we have a much denser cloth now. So then the simulation looks more clothy. So okay, we want hang it from top. So what we do, constraints, vellum constraint, drop it in the middle, and then change it to pin to target. And the target is a bunch of line. Actually, you can say that it's a bunch of points actually on top. Again, I can press spacebar 3 to look at it from front, spacebar 1 to go back to perspective, and press enter. So they are pinned there. So if I run the simulation, they don't drop, so they just hang. All right. Now I can have kind of a curtain holder to pack from the middle. So what I can do, I can create a box here, this box, I just make it larger, like 2 times larger, and I want its spacebar F to zoom in. Divisions, actually, oh god, here gonna be 3, no 4, okay, then I do poly extrude of 2 of, I have to, so here when I am this selected I can press group here. Actually I can just go and select primitives, like this primitive, hold shift, this the other one, and then press tab and group, create a group which is group 1 here, and in the poly extrude I can say I group do extrude only group 1 do, and so let's make everything, let's bring the curtain, let's move this transform, oh god, that one would be, I think it must be much on Z direction 2 times, okay. So, and on a Y direction thinner, right? So now we can animate this as like kind of a, like somebody grabbing the curtain and holding and pushing it to the side. So I come here, and at the beginning let's turn off the brain so the simulation doesn't work, or while we do the animation. So hold Alt and click here, go like in 2 seconds, maybe 3 seconds or so, go to the end, maybe somewhere around here. Let's give it some room and add another keyframe. So now this is a collision object. So if you look at your solver, you had constraint already. Now this one is collision geometry, which is this one, right? So if I run the simulation, oh, so the brain is off. Yes, thank you so much for reminding me. Oh yeah, like now it holds, but it's too fast, too fast. You want it very gentle. And you see there are artifacts and everything, but you know, I leave the massaging the numbers and things to you, but let's say you're happy with this, right? So what you do, you just file cache it first, the last one. You see, like if I middle click on this, you see that there's heaps of attributes there. So we need these attributes when we work, but when we want to export, we don't. So what we do, we just say delete at rebut, drop it here, and say star to everything, which means all to everything. So if I middle click here, attributes are gone. Also, there are some groups you might don't want them, so you can say group delete as well. Drop it here and say any group. So now this is quite clean. It's nothing there. So we can cache this for, like, let's say we need it like 150 frames. Actually, frame range, you can 150. You see it gets updated, save to disk, It caches everything, and now it's cached to the disk. But where it is cached in your Houdini project, so that's why I should have started. So I even didn't save it. I'm fired. But I should have started with a new project and save it and things. So once everything is cached, you just do ROP Alembic and save it to the desktop. Curtain. One thing I wish I would have kept was UV. Let's say, is there any UV data here? No, there isn't. It's fine. So we can get the UV done in Maya then. So what we're looking for is curtain.abc, render frame range as Alembic, save to the disk, go to Maya, so once in Maya you go to cache, Alembic cache, import Alembic, and that's your curtain with all the animations here. So like if you remember, we didn't have UV on it, but it's a curtain, like just a flat projection. Shift right click, mapping, projecting from Z direction would create a beautiful like kind of UV for us right away. And the speed could be real time. Okay. So that